Hi, recording.
All
Hi,
recording.
Hello, dear recording.
So, where last we left our heroes, you all were fast approaching. It's the evening, I believe. You did not camp. No, you did.
Our day's actually just started. We're like halfway through.
Yes. Yeah. So you
we
were.
had to camp out because camping out was when Tom made his move.
What do you mean, Tom's? Tom didn't do anything. I was still being weird. But after let's see. All are headed towards Lackey. You are pretty much there. Does anyone have anything they want to do for arriving to the gates? We have a very, very short amount of time, so there's got to be something quick, or are we good to go?
I want to kill Tom. Will that be fast?
It's up to you, I guess.
Oh, this is actually really nice. They put the spin-off books where they should be in the timeline.
Here, I don't want to do anything. I'm writing Grog. I'm writing Grog? I'm not writing.
You're writing Grog. Then who are you?
I'm getting a piggyback from someone much shorter. Hooray!
Oh, so like you're writing Grog, like you would have like President Barbie, like writing Grog who is writing someone.
Yes. You are writing.
Or something.
I do whatever number.
Fifth.
The fifth is absolutely random.
The fifth is.
Second Amendment houses.
Hold the fuck up. Guns are the Second Amendment.
I don't want to do anything before we get into town.
Okay.
I would like to find Walker and be by Walker.
Walker is up riding shotgun.
I would like to be on top of the carriage by Walker.
So as you arrive then, who is driving the cart in front? Is that
would be...
I think the cart is in the back.
Yes, so the cart's in the back. So Harold and Walker, as you arrive, you kind of dip down a little bit as the road sort of turns. As you can see, I'm going to move stretch here for a second. As you can see, it's kind of in this small little valley as the road dips. And it does lead up to an outer wall that does have iron gates. And there are a couple of guards standing outside, and as well as along the outside of the wall, there are several spikes in the ground with wolf heads stuck, sort of going along every so many feet.
Oh, me.
Well, that's just a
Jesus.
that's just a waste of good wolf brains. What? You use wolf brains for tanning wolf leather.
If I look at the wolves, are they actual wolves or are they werewolves?
Roll Arcana or Witcher.
Roll bros, Jack.
You could probably use a werewolf brain to tan werewolf leather.
Fun
leatherworking fact. Every animal has just enough brains to tan its entire hide.
20, yeah, those are definitely. Some are wolves, some are werewolves.
These guys are pretty prolific then. They can kill some werewolves.
Well, I mean, you've heard of the peasant serum of combat.
If you give everyone a that
well,
stick,
as you-
then someone's gonna roll a natural 20 and it's got a weight of fire.
Yeah.
Probably
We just
with
gotta
this.
wait.
What's a natural
20?
What's it?
What's it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
At this point, one of the guards raises his hand to you, Harold, sort of stepping out in front.
My way back.
It walks towards you.
I thought the Herald was in the back.
No,
Harold and Walker are both up front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Harold in the front, party in the back.
exactly.
Right. What you lot want?
Sex, drugs, and nothing.
I have drugs.
Harold's just gonna slow down and just look at Walker and say, "Do you want to speak to him or shall I?"
He looks at you. You see this? They're talking amongst themselves, ignoring me. Like, it's fucking rude, isn't it? The other one goes, it's really rude. Just ignoring you like that, talking to themselves.
Hello.
What's that?
We're travelers hoping to stay the evening and move on in the morning. We're heading towards Kresk.
Right. Quite a lot of you.
We are escorting. Yes, we're escorting a noblewoman.
No, fucking you.
Grog pats the side of Grug's
What's Mark's sister's name?
Don't fucking tell them that.
Don't fucking tell them that.
What is Mark's sister's
Irina.
name?
Irina.
What's her last name?
Isn't it
Hold on.
like
Maybe you should
Kolyakov
write it
or
down.
something? I want to say Kolyakov.
I mean, I could just look up, but I don't wanna.
Yeah.
Pollyanna, I think.
Technically
Yeah,
speaking,
that was it.
Y-A-N-A.
Technically speaking, all the notes we could ever need for this particular campaign are already written down in a handy dandy bound book called the campaign book. Oleana. We're escorting Lady Oleana and her brother. They're city guards. They're not.
He looks over. You heard of some Oleana?
Minor nobility, but don't tell them. Just do that. The little hat tip that will keep them happy. It will make our lives a lot easier, buddy. I'd really appreciate it.
Right. Don't really care, no, right? You got a place to stay.
You were hoping to pay for that.
We have money.
Yeah, there's a couple,
But
He kind of stretches his hand out a little bit like he's stretching, but his fingers are kind of flexing and his hands are kind of flexing.
Is that a medical complaint or a quest?
are we boring you? Do you want to take a nap?
I'll give you
Harold's just gonna look
five
to the
gold to
front
let
and,
us through.
You toss him the 5 gold, and he goes, Blue Water ain't best place in the town to stay.
Appreciate you, boss.
How to do business. Who the hell is that?
I'm a very accomplished healer, thank you. If there had actually been some kind of tendonitis in there, I could have helped.
They don't seem to be listening anymore, and they shout inside. Alright, open up. 2 coming through. And the gates. ratchet up. You all pass.
I
Alright,
swear,
yes,
you
right,
think that
don't
that's
we go?
you think that that's the first time you've been asked for a gate toll.
You think that's the first time we've been on a secret mission, buddy?
We're
One.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The
weirdos
who work for
the
the
guy
guy
already saw us traveling
on the road.
So he
So he already knows
we are
moving her.
And why should we make his job easier for him by telling everyone our business? Fred says from inside the cart.
Just because he knows where she is and where she's going, it doesn't mean every single lackey that he's got knows that.
I'd imagine it would have given descriptions as well as names and said things along the likes of they may be travelling under fake names, so look out for that. You know, giving our actual name is could somehow be less conspicuous.
Oh, that's why it's called the lackey, because it's where all I can.
That's where all his
I've
live.
Listen,
I've worked for a lot
of
quote
evil
villains
who are not
normally actually villains. They're just megalomaniacs with delusions of grandeur.
Not the least bit surprised.
This one
just happens to also
kind of
have his own demi-plane.
So,
Which means
it's
it's
very likely
he
he can just look at us whenever he wants. Discretion is
of
little substance currently, to my mind.
Why not use it just in case?
Lack of efficiency?
I hope you
Probably
officially
more
get yourself
suspicious.
killed. In the
Probably more
future.
suspicious to rock up to the front door and be like, you know, we're secret travelers. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You don't need to know our names. Here's some money, etc. You know, that's shady. That would immediately arouse suspicion.
Which is
Which is why I didn't do that.
More familiar to people who to appear in cloak and dagger fashion and give some kind of secret password. I feel like that is a very bewildering thought.
I feel like
Well,
having any
also-
travelers at all is a suspicious
Yeah.
activity.
I was also
about to say that. There's a very limited number of people
in
in this place by virtue of, again, being a demi-plane. We're
what, a
dozen and a half new
faces?
faces?
It doesn't matter what name I give them.
I'm probably the only kobold that exists here.
They didn't know Irina. Or at
Do
least
we know when people reincarnate, they always reincarnate the same race?
Absolutely.
We've seen non-beings like
Yeah, there's been none. No kobold. And a lot of your group has some weird, like, we have a kobolds and things, so a lot. But you've seen a lot of like the more straightforward. But as you move through, traveling along the road, you've been told to go to the inn, which I believe is here. So I'm going to ping that for you. So along the way, you see some
shit.
signs.
Can we make brunch smaller? There we go. Thank you, T.
So as you travel, real quick, just so I can give you some the lay of the land a little bit. You do see down this way looks to be some kind of stockyard. Traveling this way.
what are they stocking in the stockyard?
Stocking in the stockyard.
Any of it
Any of it look valuable or useful?
It looks to be what was like on closer examination. We stopped for a minute to go ahead. It's just a quick thing. It does look to be like it was once like a couple of warehouses it looks like a larger warehouse with like a bunch of like adjacent like storage sheds. And it looks like it has been converted into what looks to be a store. You do see people kind of migrating in this direction. It looks to be that's where like the main town square is. If you're just kind of listening in on people. This is along your path. Get to that here. You do up this way. You do see seems to be where some of the more affluent people live. You get much larger houses, if anyone lives up there, really. But much larger houses, much more sort of affluent looking. And then you finally arrive at the Blue Water Inn.
I have a question, T.
I have an answer.
This has nothing to do with what we're currently doing. I just want to take a stab. Is this a church?
It is indeed.
What?
It is indeed a church.
I'm so smart.
Oh yeah.
Also, I'm gonna start sketching out a map as we travel along this road.
So it looks like it's a 2-story wood building with a stone foundation. Currently, smoke is coming out of the chimney. The roof is tile, but it does seem to be sagging in a couple of places. There are some ravens perched along the top, and there is a wooden sign painted above the entrance that has like a blue waterfall. Just a simple blue waterfall.
How busy does it seem in there?
It is, because you guys took half a day to get here, so it actually is pretty packed, because it seems to be lunchtime.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't send everyone in all at once.
I can
get our rooms.
Absolutely not. You've already had your chance to talk today.
We could set it on fire so everyone runs outside and then it would be empty.
And then we connect it with you on fire.
I like where your head's at, though.
Listen,
Brock, I want to fight the entire town as much as the next person here, but it would take like all day, and let's be honest, fighting a bunch of peasants with pitchforks just isn't as much fun as you think it is.
And for the challenge,
Someone should go in there and do the talking. The more normal of us.
Oh,
Thanks for volunteering.
I am,
Yeah, one of the only human looking
I guess so.
I'll say our options are a vampire, a kobold, whatever the fuck Grog is. The Herald, who I imagine as a revenant probably looks fairly human, but is weird to look at. Mannerisms just slightly off.
Yeah, he's also very large. So he's
very
like,
Also
large.
very large.
yeah, he's gonna stand over most peasants.
An
An actual hag and
tier.
tier.
Semi-hag.
Haggish
in training.
Don't let her fuck you.
Freya is like, fine, tier, let's do this. Hops off the cart. What'd you say, Rob?
No, I call.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
Okay. You go ahead.
On the way in, Harold's gonna literally toss a coin to his Witcher. To toss a gold coin to each of them and just say, "Buy everyone lunch. You might get you somewhere."
Grog throws a copper directly at Freya's head.
I try to catch it before it hits me.
I cover my head before he can throw it.
I don't know what the catchy check is.
Okay, I can catch it.
Yeah! Freya wins!
Thank you. At least the...
Shall we?
Yeah, we go inside.
What are we doing?
We're throwing coins in the bedrooms.
Grog, that's a
That's a song.
It's a song you should usually use.
So you sing while you throw things at them. I've seen. See, the last time I saw people doing this, it was with lumps of hot coal. But, I
It's
mean,
usually the case.
That's where you make
there
a
was
mistake.
this,
See,
like-
you've heard toss a coin to your Witcher and heard throw a coin at your Witcher.
well, to be fair, mostly what I was hearing at the time was. But, like, it could be something if you're more certain.
I have a question.
Grog.
Yeah.
When you're in hell
with
the devil
from the Bible.
What?
I can't remember Asmodeus. When you're in hell with Asmodeus and you're torturing presumably damned souls or whatever goes on in hell, do you get paid to do that, or is that just something you do as like a volunteer effort?
It's for the love of the game, baby.
You know what they say, happiness is payment enough.
I'm not allowed to call it torturing because I'm not legally employed.
You are not legally a torturer.
No.
So
It's just
Trying to take me out that I'm good at it.
That's
Then you have to fuck it. And one time someone gave me a punch card and it made me so angry. I think
the
idea of doing anything for a reason is just antithetical to Grog's
Well,
very existence.
When you start doing it for free, they start expecting you to do it for free, and then you can't get away from doing it. Suddenly it's your job.
oh no, they really hate me doing kind of anything. That's why I'm here. I'm glad we're allowed to talk about it now. I was openly talking about this stuff in public. I got yelled at.
Okay.
Grog gives Walker a big thumbs up because they were not the one who brought it up.
I just love the idea of this conversation like gradually fading out in volume because the camera is following the Witchers into the place.
Yep.
camera loves me.
Yeah. Just God of War style over the shoulder. Here we go.
We enter like it's a saloon. The swinging door.
Quick,
Make a dexterity save to see if you don't hit the one creaky floorboard.
We're not changing. We're inside now.
That was going to change. Just ignore the fact that you can see it all. I'm not dealing with their dynamic.
That's a giant ass horse. That's the biggest fucking horse
That's
I've
how
ever
big they
seen.
I know, that's technically how big horses are in D&D. It's stupid.
Jesus.
They should be 2 by 1, not 4.
He's just stuffed in that room.
He can't get out. The door's too small.
Please, I gotta help him.
Okay. Carry on.
I'm not super keen on the fact that all these people have tokens.
Right now. We enter.
Enter stage left.
All sound ceases. Everybody turns to stare at
Let's see. So, as you enter, you see on either side of you. If we want to pull Oh, does not like your token.
No.
Or Freya. Both of mine are showing your tokens as broken.
It's
Images?
because they don't like the sexy character.
I don't want it. They won't let me drag it up. There we go. Okay. So as you two enter, you do see on either side of the doorway there are like places to hang your cloak. It's loud, but not rambunctious. You just have a bunch of people chatting away with each other. You do see, I'll give this, I will give this to you. As you look across the room, you do see these two here and here. They look a bit more affluent than everybody else in the room, as is the gentleman sitting here. And the two over here look a bit more rough and rugged than everybody else. I don't know why they picked this token for everybody else, because everybody else is a peasant. But I guess we're all... It's a bunch of dark-cloaked women. They are all peasants. I don't know. I genuinely do not know why they picked that token.
Just a bunch of hot lady peasants.
Yeah, that's it. There's just a bunch of hot lady peasants. And then the two gruff-looking men on the other side.
Hot peasants in your area.
And a woman behind the bar.
And Count Olaf.
You can see some wine barrels mounted behind the bar itself.
As we step inside, does it quiet down, or do people
Absolutely
keep
not.
talking? Okay.
People are chatting away.
Right, gives Tyr a nod. Alright. You keep going. Frey goes over here.
I stand next to Freya, but I'm like back up against the bar.
Freya's
The gentleman here,
Yeah.
gentleman next to you, is half elf. He is actually very brightly dressed in a fine golden, what looks to be golden coat, bright blue shirt, strapped to his back. Is what looks to be. Make a perception check, both of you. Nine.
I would also 20%.
Yep. 15. Rob, I'll give this to you. For someone who is very much dressed like a bard, right? He looks just like Opto, who's sitting outside right now. The lute looks fairly unused. It's not very, like, most musicians take very good care of their instruments. This looks almost like it's not worn. Like you would expect it to at least look a little worn, but it looks fairly untouched or new, maybe. That strikes you as a bit odd.
Perhaps he's
a woman behind the counter walks over to you and goes over to you first, Frank. She goes, "All right, sugar, what can I get you?"
Oh, she a Southern belle. I like her already.
You have blood on the
Don't ask that. Freya is going to give her a tip of her hat and how many people do we have in our group?
Large amount.
Yeah.
One, two, three, four, five, six, eight, 9, 15.
Oh, ma'am, we're looking for food and lodging
And 2 horses.
Quite a large traveling band. How many rooms would you happen to have available?
Well, right now you are in luck, as I do believe the vast majority of our rooms are indeed available. Now let me have a think here. Let me see here. Yes, I do believe all but one of our rooms is currently available. Depending on the size of your party, you may have to double up. Now, one of the rooms is much nicer than the other, so that would be a bit more expensive.
How expensive are the regular rooms?
The regular rooms, they are gonna be, let me see here, I'd say about 2 silver pieces a night. And if you're planning on staying longer, we might be able to do you a discount. Now that does include breakfast and dinner.
It's very generous of you. So, how many beds?
Well, let's see, we've got 8 beds, that's 3 rooms for 2 silver a night, and now the other room, which is slightly nicer, has about 2 beds and 5, that would be 5 silver a night.
That sounds reasonable. Sounds like we might need some additional space, but we can figure that out amongst ourselves. My brother and I will take the nicer room. Freya hands a 1 gold so far.
I should actually deduct that gold from my inventory.
Ah, yes, you gave me a gold,
Oops.
so I give the gold that cart gave me.
Note to self, steal that gold back from that guard later.
So if you scooch, if you look up to the upper floor,
Yes.
technically this room here is the nicer of the 2. But actually, I misspoke, there are 3 rooms total.
Ah,
So this is the nicer of the 2.
Alright,
One
so
by the
we
stairs.
paid for this one.
alright,
So
and then
that's 4 gold for the other 2. So just one or not 4 siblings, so it's just one shrine.
One shy of 4 gold.
And you said I'll make this simple for you.
Yeah.
You said you got horses and do you have carriages and nothing like that?
Yes, I have a carriage and a cart.
Well, alright, that'll be another silver an hour. So that should bring you to an even gold a day.
Sounds fair. Trey gives another gold.
Alright, and
Well, thank you ever so much.
And your name is
we've also
Lou?
paid for.
My name is Danica Merdikov, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I had a friend named Danica growing up in elementary school.
She kind of pauses, like, waiting for you to introduce yourself.
Freya, this is my brother Tyr.
Welcome to the Blue Water Inn.
Much obliged. We're gonna get our people
Y'all
settled
gonna
in.
need some. Y'all gonna need some help getting luggage or nothing upstairs. I can go get my boys.
Not quite sure if we're unpacking yet. We'll have to discuss it amongst ourselves.
Alright. And y'all, since is this your first time in town? I don't think I've ever seen you here before.
Yes, this is our first time in town.
I'll tell you what. It's your first time in town, and you're staying in our rooms. I'll make you all lunch for free. Just this once. What do you think?
Much appreciated. Freya thinks about if she wants to say anything about her dietary restrictions, and then does not. She gives another nod. I'll go make sure our people are ready. Tyr, do you want to have a drink?
Sure, I'd love it.
Freya gives another silver piece. She's like, whatever he wants, you can keep the change. Freya goes back outside.
Alright. Well, so are you looking to get the cheap stuff or the good stuff, Mr. T? Cheap stuff? Alright. One purple grape mash, number 3, coming right up. Cheap first one. Takes the silver. Alright, and she gives it away. Tastes okay. We jump outside to Freya.
Freya goes back out to the cart.
And I know the police system for dangling people by their testicles over the coals of fire is like important or whatever. But I just don't, the personal touch.
I mean, honestly, if they went to the trouble to build it, you should at least use it a couple times, just for, to get value out of the craftsmanship.
Holding it.
There's a gentle thudding head off the side of the car and sister's gone. She's dismounted and got as far as next to the door and is just gently just
Freya approaches Walker first. He's like, alright, we've got some rooms. You seem like you need the nap, so did we get keys?
No, she hasn't given you the keys.
I mean, we rented out all the rooms available except like one, I think.
There's 3 other rooms on top of here.
I mean, this looks like it might be her room.
Yeah, I'll give you this. This is their room. This is their boys' room.
And
This is the one
this
that has been rented to someone else.
I see.
That's the one that's been rented.
Well, Freya would have handed over the key, but we didn't get it. So he just goes up to Walker. It's like, tell her you're with me at the bar. See if you can get you set up.
Oh, is there a bar?
There sure is.
Walker's going to take one step to the side and use a wrap on the door to the carriage and open it. Try and direct both Bismarck and Arena inside ASAP.
Bruggle start trying to
I don't think Brunch can go inside. I think there's a barn out back that we can put Brunch in for some time.
did we pay for space in the barn?
Pay for space for the horses.
Are we gonna put Brunch in with the horses?
Grug, like, squats down in front of Brunch's face and grabs him by the snout. Horse.
As you all have this conversation, a young man looking maybe around 10 or 12 steps out and goes, y'all the new people?
Maybe.
Not a person.
Or a person.
Nah, I'm a kobold.
Right, thanks.
Freya just gives another nod.
Alright, well, Mama said to show you back where your animals and your carts can go. There's a lot of you.
Don't worry. I'll be staying with the animals.
Oh. Well, how'd you do that?
He just likes comfortable things.
That's
That's why
right.
he stabbed himself in the chest.
Yeah.
You stabbed yourself in the chest?
Let's not get into it.
There's no need to
Weird.
tell the boy about the stabbing himself. Come on, let's...
I like you.
Thank
He's
you.
looking new, yeah.
Kill it.
What? No.
Kids love viscera. Do it.
I'm not ripping my stitches to impress a child. You know what? Listen, kid, if you want to hear some stories, I'll be in the fucking barn tonight.
Here, I'll show you around. Let's go. And he takes you around the back. He goes, y'all have a pig?
Yeah, that's Brunch.
Brunch? That's... And he fucking howls with laughter. He said, his name is Brunch.
He doesn't even get the joke.
That's about the best name I ever heard for a pig.
He
I'm Bray,
doesn't
by the
even-
way.
What's his name?
Bray.
Right. Like the sound horses make.
Donkeys.
Horses also make that noise.
His name.
That's a different noise than braying. Horses also bray occasionally.
If you like the pig, you'll
Cabbages
probably
can
love
fart
this.
if you hold them right, but that doesn't mean
You love what?
Oh, yeah, Harold just, like, whistles for Egg to come.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Rom ain't gonna believe this.
Oh, what, sorry?
Rom, my brother, he ain't gonna believe that. That's so cool.
Yes, his name is Egg.
That's a funny name. I guess he's a
Well,
funny critter.
It's only temporary until he either chooses his own or someone else gives him what he likes better.
Huh. Weird.
There's some... I very much doubt you could eat him. Well, at this point anyway.
Well, let's get our horses settled in. We can show you all of our weird stuff.
Speak for yourself, man.
Well,
Once we've got all the horses in, is there room for other horses?
Yeah, we're not going to take this place to scale because an inn that only had a place for 4 horses to fit is not any kind of much of a fucking inn.
I mean, again, this is a town.
This is a town that existed and was most of the structures built before it went into the clouds.
Yeah, you
So-
could you could argue that like, oh, well, they have room for 10 horses, but like they only really bother upkeeping the 3 stalls because no one fucking comes
Yeah,
in
that
here.
you could argue, but they would still have them. Yep, and then Bray leads you back around the front for those who want to go inside.
Just before we go, Harold is gonna wait until everyone else has left the stable. If there is a stable that's sort of, you know, if there's room enough for another horse in one of the stables we're already using, Harold is just gonna put his sword and shield down and just take a big breath. Not that he needs to breathe, but it's performative.
Turn into a horse, add more style.
Form of a horse. He's just gonna put his hand on the door of the stable, and a sort of oily black smoke is gonna kind of pour out of his sleeve. He's been quietly for the last 10 minutes or so, kind of muttering to himself an incantation in order to summon his steed, which, as the black smoke coalesces, becomes just a giant, dark grey Clydesdale horse. Not the kind of horse you would ride for long distance, like a farm horse. This is a horse that works on a farm.
Okay.
Holy fuck, your icon. Nice.
I thought you left already.
I mean, I was going to when you started losing.
Well, listen,
You
don't
make
tell
other
anybody about
things out of
this.
that shit.
Come on now.
You make other things out of that shit.
No, I can. Well, I can only summon this horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, technically speaking, he can't even do horses. He can do this one horse. He can
You like ate a horse and then lives on inside.
Listen, if that's how you want to see it, that's how we can describe it. I have no problem with
Rob
that.
goes up and pets the horse. Is it sticky?
No.
It's dry. How'd you do that?
Maybe if we live long enough, I'll tell you. His name is Alan.
Alan! Alan!
So, a
Alan!
guy, and then he's real good. It's kind of hot. God walks up.
No, because
I will say, Harold, as you summon Alan, looking around, you do touch the eye of the nightmare foe, but it's just gently looking at you and looking sort of back and forth between you and Alan. It is very intrigued by this new apparition.
This is Alan. What, are you just gonna stare? Alright, fine. He's
Lord says, fucking me.
fucking name, eh?
I've got
He's gonna-
nothing to say.
It would behoove you to say nothing.
I want
That is the voice that Harold hears internally when Alan speaks to him, because as of the rules of that's just kayfabe now. Yep. As the rules go for Fine Steed, you can communicate telepathically with your steed, so people can't necessarily hear Alan, but Harold can hear Alan, and Alan can hear Harold.
What kind of thoughts does a horse have?
I'm fucking
Major
Does Harold know that this horse is thinking real thoughts and he's hearing them? Or does he summon this horse and suddenly hear in his head like greetings, rider? And he's just like,
No, it's
no,
just
was he prepared? Was he
He
prepared
did.
to psychically hear a horse's voice just now?
Harold has known Alan for a long time, just not necessarily in the form that Alan now takes. Yeah, not to the point where like he can like he doesn't necessarily like hear words, but he gets the vibe of what Alan's trying to get across. You know, it's like he's a horse. He's not.
Is this the Herald's horse from when he was alive?
Who knows? It's his fucking
Find out.
backstory. Leave him alone.
none of your business.
Nay, your business.
Well, I mean, at this point, he has no reason to, you know, just expose backstory to the fucking air. So maybe if someone asks him about it, maybe he'll tell
Walker
them.
evaporates out the fucking dark.
No. Fucking go inside, Walker. You're everywhere. I'm on to you, Walker.
The second an animal
You gotta-
appears, just
Alright, so,
I sense the option for a cutscene.
Grog swaddles it. Grog rolls it in a big blanket and finds whichever table we've all decided to fucking congregate at, flops themselves down and just goes, the Herald made a horse out of
So, yeah,
The
there's
only
this
table available. The
Yeah.
only.
And you're all are crowding around it, and they've found you some extra chairs.
Carthus-
Those of you
Carthus-
who've gone in have met, real quick, those of you who've gone in have now met Brahm. I'm so tempted to do a Brahm impression.
Stand behind me.
Stand behind me! She's like, child, what? Why does this small child sound like a massive Russian? But no, you've met Brahm, and you've Erwin, who is the owner, co-owner, along with his wife, of this establishment.
I love that all of these sexy gentlemen have foregone the traditional bodice and leather corset for a cool assassin. Like, they all definitely
It's
have
just a bunch of striders. That's all it is.
They all have like one glove on with a hawk perched on it that has suspiciously
It's fine.
There's a lot of her.
Round these parts, she's known as Sexy Gender Bend Strider.
I think that's just Strider there.
They all are.
Stride her, if you will.
The Herald made a horse out of goo.
Who's
He
doing
liked to do that. His own.
Could you have done that?
Wait.
Oh.
Hold on.
What?
Does that change how much we have to pay?
Nobody saw him go in.
Just said it out loud. She's right over there.
Yeah, Harold's gonna do the. He's gonna do the thing in anime where someone leans like right over somebody and it's like.
Grog fucking says the Herald made a mosaic too, and then they don't have to know if you don't tell them in the exact same voice. No different sound quality.
Grog,
they don't have to.
Erwin comes over and they're delivering the lunch that they said they'd give you. It isn't anything like special. It's just looks to be just some like fried ham and some bread and butter and some wine. I think they bring out just a wheel of cheese for your group to kind of slice amongst you. Just a small wheel, not like a full wheel, like just a small wheel. And Erwin looks and goes, I don't know. I don't know nothing about no horse made of goo, but you paid for the stables already, Fred. That is all right. They don't see much use nowadays.
Well, the small one has mental problems. He says these things sometimes.
Hey.
Do you
No,
deny
not you, the other small one.
Oh.
Y'all
Well.
are a strange bunch.
Get that all out.
Yes, to say the least.
What brought y'all into town?
I think she stole them from someone.
Joints in it. What?
What?
Look,
Points directly at Walker's weird hands.
Right, it's
Cart
just
is
rubbing
gonna
the bridge
reach-
of her
reach-
nose.
Cart's just gonna reach across the table and slap Grog's hand and say,
Pointing is
rude.
rude.
Grog slaps your hand right back and goes, yes!
Slapping. Falls over.
Erwin looks at you, Walker. And goes, be any relation to them male sisters?
Not really.
Friend of the sisters are always friends.
We are.
They're good
Debated.
patrons.
To be fair, I'd say we're probably better friends with their cows than we are with them.
oh, they're
You've
cows.
seen that
fucking
cow?
awesome.
That is a weird cow. And I tell you, they come by every so often. They stay out back. They drink me dry.
You should try riding them. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, I'm sure that is. I tell you, you would think. The first time I saw the cow. Well, the first time I saw it, you could imagine it was quite a fright. But it's been years now, since I was a boy that they've been coming by here. So it's one of those things that just kind of becomes the norm and you forget how odd it really is.
It's incredible how quickly you get used to these things.
It is indeed, sir. It is indeed. Now, y'all enjoy your lunch. I won't bother you no more. However, we will be right behind the bar if you do need anything. And I got your keys. Now, there are only 3 keys. Who would like to hold on to them? Now, y'all are going to have to double up some of the baggages. I hope you don't mind getting cozy.
Grog just grins broadly at the entire table.
The nicer room key, please.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Cart gets that.
Dear Danny did tell me there you are. And I got 2 more keys here. One for sort of long one for the bunk room. Yeah, and the other for the slightly. It's still a nice room, I tell you. All of our rooms are nice, but not as nice as the one you got there.
Can I have a quick check-in? I remember he takes a 4-hour, he takes a long rest. I know some of his will take a full one.
The only other one who takes out of the group that is currently with you, the only other person other than Freya, who's already got her, is I think just Harold.
Who takes his well,
Will take still a long rest.
Yeah.
It only takes 4 hours.
everyone else takes his
Yep. Jindar takes the full actor, Gold, Houston, Queer, Arth. Yeah, everybody else takes the
Walker's taking the bed in the proper way.
You realize you're going to have more than just 2 people.
Oh no, sorry. Walker's taking a bed and she bumps up to her shoulder because this is not her first time.
No. This would not be.
He's also like part feline, so we won't be.
Grog has opened the top of Dom's helmet and is currently pouring Dom.
Which is weirdly how he drinks alcohol. He
Yeah.
absorbs it through his skin. But he can't quite get it to the helmet. So, this is sort of Grog's. This is what
Yeah.
Mr. Tavern owner, whose name I didn't quite catch.
they do. Owen, friend. Name's Owen.
Thank you. My name is Cart.
Well, caught for the night. What can I do for you?
2 things. One, I noticed there was an upper loft in the barn. May I sleep there?
Well, your friends did pay for you. But, I don't see why not. No extra charge, neither. That's
Excellent. Second thing. Can I have like? Do you have any raw eggs?
I can see if I do. Now, I do have to warn you about the loft. That is where many of you see, we use ravens as a way of delivering messages hitherto. They do tend to sleep in the loft there, so as long as you don't mind some feathers.
It won't be an issue.
Harold just looks straight into camera. Get it?
I'll go ahead and get you some raw eggs. That's what you said. I still got these 2 keys. Who's gonna sleep well?
You just set them down. We'll decide amongst ourselves.
Fair enough. Anything else other than the raw eggs? Anybody need nothing? And all right, as he turns away, one of the 2 nobleman-looking guys, they're younger guys. One of them actually falls out of his chair.
Fred turns around to look at them.
And Erwin looks over and goes, Nikki, I tell you, you are going to drink yourself to death. It is barely past noon. You're already. He goes, sorry, Erwin. Sorry. I'm sorry. He gets back up in his chair. And kind of looks at your group, sort of noticing you all almost for the first time. Rock me!
Okay.
Fuck you, I guess.
Grog, sit down.
No.
Grog, put your pants back on.
I didn't mean, Well, just meant to notice you new in town. The guy sitting next to me, of course they're fucking new in town. You ever see him before? Of course they're fucking new in town. Idiot. Don't call me an idiot, stupid. You know, call me stupid, moron. They completely forget about you. They start bickering.
I was gonna try and gaslight them into thinking I lived in the well.
Why?
Why not?
So they would have killed a few minutes. Oh well. Maybe next time.
Frey's going to get up and go to the bar to check on Tyr. It's only been like 10 minutes, so I don't think he's able to get up to do much trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been sitting there reading.
You hear anything while you've been standing here?
Have I heard anything?
No. The bard-looking guy's been pretty quiet as he's been eating his lunch. And then you've mostly just been hearing the family behind the bar just kind of talk about like family stuff, right? Like just school and all that kind of stuff. So it's just nothing too.
These kids can't go to school.
Their
they're
school.
working.
No, it's not their school. They're schooling it.
Uh-huh.
I should say.
These are working children.
Yeah. But they
You
can
don't
read,
need
write,
no
and do
fancy
their
schooling to-
numbers.
Freya turns around to the is that the other boy that she's in front of?
Yeah, that's a problem.
She looks at him. Is he looking at her?
Yeah, so it's clean the glass.
I want to ask. She thinks about it and is like, "Do you get very many travelers these parts?" She asked the kid.
Ever so often, I do suppose. Looks like it comes through, most likely from Kursk, going back and forth. Not many from the morning gate. That's the gate y'all came through. They call it the morning gate.
Why do they call it that?
It's the eastern gate, I guess that's where the sun comes. Don't really know. Is that why they call it the morning gate, Mama? And technically research goes, that is correct. It is called the morning gate because it is in the east.
Not particularly applicable these days, is it?
No, that's why most people tend to call it the morning gate. M-O-U-R.
Makes sense.
But then technically the western gate is the sunset gate.
And that is leading to Kursk.
Yep, that'd be the one you go through to get to Kursk. And then we got the gate that goes up, the gate that goes up to the lake, which has the most unfortunate monocle of, well, it's the Zorovich gate. Because it goes to Lake Zorovich.
There's a lake. We passed by a lake on our way here and it seemed unfriendly.
I think that was
It is
technically a
mighty.
river.
It is. The lake is indeed mighty unfriendly. The fisher folk, They do quite some heroin work out there. Most days they don't see nothing, and it's just like fishing on regular lake. But if you let that lull you into a false sense of security, well, that's when they never see you again. We've been having a few people go missing out there recently, actually. I would like to remind you, you all have, I believe, a dead man strapped to the roof of your car.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Do
We
we?
do indeed.
How did he get up there? Never mind, I remember how he got up there.
Yeah.
I put him up there.
I'm assuming you hit it at least under some luggage or something before kind of moving it. Just giving you the benefit of the doubt. It is on the far end.
Walker's gonna go out, walk on hold on. Do you want to go do a god delivery?
I'm not sure. Oh, oh yes.
You should go pray, don't you?
Yes. Go and pray with the bloke.
Erwin comes down and goes, "Oh, if you're looking for the church, you follow the main road. You can't miss it. It's right down near the end. Head towards the western gate, Sunset Gate."
That's really kind of you. And Walker's gonna go to stand up and then kind of wince a little bit and rub one of her knees. Just, you know, Pearl, we'll take the carriage. Yeah, I really don't want to. The knees will.
Roll deception at this point.
yes,
You're hamming it up.
absolutely.
It was mostly for flavor, but now we're all just.
Oh, too late now.
You don't know how Walker's fucking knees are. He's like 9 feet tall. He probably does have fucking knee pain.
I know how Walker's knees are. All 6 of them.
Crispy.
Upsetting amount of knees.
A bizarre amount of knees.
I was gonna even give it since you both rely on it.
So very slightly better than average at lying.
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say she's lying. She's just lazy.
Yeah, no, it literally they're
Just to
like,
cover, just in
you
case.
can
Oh
just
yeah.
take
Hold
the
on.
car.
He looks at you and he goes, "Now you're not looking to cause trouble for the church now, are
Genuinely.
If they were going to cause trouble for the church, they would be sending me and the other short one.
Yeah.
But we're grounded right now. We can't cause trouble.
you?" Duly noted, but is there anything wrong?
I did.
Something I might be able to help you with? I do know quite a bit about the town.
Walker's gonna turn around and after a minute go. I mean, genuinely speaking to the local culture would be really helpful. But also, I don't know if you have taken the measure of our party, but I would like you to imagine how often I have managed to complete any kind of meaningful prayer while we have been on the road together.
If you don't want to tell me, you can just say so.
I'm literally.
And he turns and he goes,
literally-
yeah. And he kind of goes and he whispers something to his wife.
Literally so full of God's stuff.
You shouldn't lie before going to church, Walker.
I
Here's the
literally. Oh,
Technically, lying before going to church is the best way to do it, because then you go to church and you say, "I'm sorry, I lied."
At this point,
I'm not saying
That doesn't work.
at this point, I will say at this point, the
Don't
two
stand
sort
that
of
close to me.
very, very gruff looking men, both with bows and quivers slung over their shoulder. They look like outdoorsmen.
Card's very obviously gets up and moves to another seat.
You sit right down next to Tom. How you doing, guys?
Hey, Tom.
Everything all right?
Yeah, fine.
And then,
Is that
the...
Tom?
More or less.
No, that's...
Okay.
the two... These two,
Okay.
come over and they go, "Hey, we hear you're new in town. Yes?
New everywhere, buddy.
I am Soldar. This is Yenvigi. And Vengli. What the fucking name, I know. We are wolf hunters. If you need anything, need to know anywhere, it's currently not the season. So, a couple coin, we show you around, yeah?
Freya points from where she's at the bar. It's like, you guys are responsible for the wolves outside the gate.
Yeah, that's us.
Impressive work.
Well, thank you.
Even some werewolves in there.
Couple.
Oh shit, there were.
Well, to the untrained eye, wouldn't have noticed.
And mostly the wolves, some of the dire variety in this, a couple of those pesky werewolves. Well, if you need anyone to show you around town, we've got nothing better to do and we like money.
So, Karth is going to these two people, quickly just shoot out like a quick, do you know can't in thieves can't, like sign language.
Oh
Neither of them seem to react.
Does anyone else who was looking at me react?
Make a perception check.
Sorry about my friend here. He read a forbidden scroll and thinks it gave him superpowers.
The forbidden scroll did give me superpowers. 24.
No, that was being stabbed. We've been over this.
We don't have to
24?
tell everyone our life stories.
24.
You see everyone who's ever known thieves can't in their entire life.
That's not a crit.
Joke's on you, I crit on 19s.
So, from what you can... I'm assuming you're not, like, craning your neck all the way 360, which is like you're kind of in front of me, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. From what you can see, right, you spot this person as well as Urban. Both kind of glance up. You don't know if they know what you've done. You just know they noticed you doing it.
Awesome. I'm gonna throw out a friendly, hoping to hire someone. Meet me tonight, stables.
Brug starts awkwardly trying to copy your words and somehow keeps signing the exact right word for horse cock.
It's weird that they have
so-
a word for that.
Yeah, so the brothers go, well, they're not brothers. They are not.
Horse.
So Soldar and Yangi, right. If you need us, you'll find us. We either here or in camp.
Where's camp?
They sleep if we were on the map. There's sort of like a bit of a sort of a more like woodsy area. Not woodsy, but it's sort of like no one else is there. it's sort of away from all the houses and stuff, but still inside the walls, they seem to prefer being outside. They're not the kind to live inside. Occasionally, like if you strike up a conversation with them, you find they occasionally stay here if they're treating themselves, and they're definitely here all the time for the food and the drink when they're not out hunting. But generally, they live in like a semi-permanent camp, like not like the little tents that you all use, but like those like the big massive fuck-off tents where like it's almost like a bedroom.
So they can fuck under the stars, just like definitely not werewolves. We're not werewolves, look at how many of them we kill.
We're going to use this little bit of distraction to follow the stage door.
And they go back to the table they were sitting at. Just leaving with you with the note that if you need to get shown around, they're not busy right now. And they will do it for cash. They were not like subtle in any way about going like, we could use the cash if you know how to get around here.
We're just passing through. So no, we do not need to know how to get around here. Maybe it's a side quest though.
So we'll cut to.
We are already on a side quest.
Technically, yes.
What about a second side quest?
So we are going to cut to Harold, and I'm just going to move it.
Just floating alongside the spectral angels and devils.
Listen, it's a
Astral
cut.
project to.
Listen, it's a cutscene, alright?
So
Plot
we'll head
relevant.
down to the church down here. It is a church to Saint Andrew.
Saint who?
Hey, would you check that bad boy, please?
Yes, okay.
I mean, given we just seem to be
I may also, if religion, check it if possible.
This is a church. This is a church to the morning Lord. Saint Andrew was the woman. Was the woman who fought Strahd. She is a saint. She is only a saint. Here
This is
within
Matilda. This is Matilda. Okay.
but she is only a saint here. There is no like this. Her worship hasn't spread.
Is this the same saint that we saw last time? Or is this a different one?
I feel like we heard about the person who like
literally fought and died for.
Great.
Yeah, so Walker's gonna hop off. Do you wanna stay with the cot for a second? I feel like prematurely being discovered with this might be bad. Negative.
So I'll give you this as you go through. You do get looks. You can glance at the wall. You can also take away the scoop this out. The carriage is now empty. You do not have to carry the dead body.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, no, you're fair.
You do have a carriage. Sure.
Yeah.
you can prop him up inside on one of the chairs.
You know,
Or
we
you
can
can just stick to one of his
find the
hands.
guy that he is properly wrapped.
Yeah. So I will give you this. You do get looks, but no more than like anybody else. You get looks for writing. You see maybe one or two other smaller cards. But the difference between here and Barovia is the people seem to be out and about. it doesn't seem to be a joyous atmosphere, but people are going shopping. They are doing tasks. It's a bit somber, but not nearly as oppressive, if that makes sense. It's like everyone is slightly tired and depressed. But like trying to make the best of it. Figure we haven't quite hit late stage capitalism. We're just mid-stage capitalism. Yeah.
Surely it's still feudalism. There's a guy in the castle.
Technically, it might be technically speaking, at this point in Dungeons and Dragons chronology, it would be early stage mercantilism.
Probably, yeah. That is correct, actually. So, as you arrive at the church, it's a centuries-old stone church. There's a steeple at the back. Walls are lined with cracked stained glass, depicting multiple saints that you've seen, that you're aware of. Walker. There's a wrought iron fence, encloses a small garden with gravestones, well, not small. There's a rather large garden with gravestones, and there's like a weird thin mist that tends to just permeate around the graveyard, where it doesn't seem to be anywhere else.
Well, that's patiently spooky.
Alright, well, you wanted to bring it here now, what do we do?
I was gonna go talk to the priest. Are you coming with me or are you staying?
Well, that depends. Are we bringing this bloke as well, or are we just...
I was gonna talk to him before we introduced the whole. We have folks potentially from your hometown in our carriage.
Alright, yes, we'll introduce ourselves first, and then introduce him.
Excellent.
There is also, you do see walking through the very certain looking young man.
So for reference to curtains in the corridor line.
Yeah.
As they walk away, Walker's going to do the little gesture that makes the carriage go whoop whoop. And he's off the side. Central walking.
Armor mode.
Guard it, kid. And he's going to go knock on the door and open.
Oh, they're open.
Excellent, just going to stride in. Like blessings be upon this church.
Sort of an elderly man looks up. Probably about his 60s. Looks up and goes, "Blessed be upon you, child, as well." Welcome. I don't think we've met before.
They often find it difficult to find appropriate car at the street. Cold is somewhat of an accent.
See. Father Lucian Petrovic. You're from the monastery. Because
Another monastery, in fact, Halo be praised.
Haven't heard someone call that name quite a while.
We are, as we say, Western.
Elder?
And this
Of course.
is the Herald.
Yes, of course. Child of Pelos, of course, welcome. The light of the morning star.
Of course, excellent. Might we converse? Father?
Of course. And you're...
Well, sister.
Of course. Right this way. It kind of takes you around behind the altar to this very cramped little room. Has a desk, simple chair. And you also see in this room is really small.
Walker's gonna lean rather than he's gonna lean rather than try to stand anywhere. Father, can we speak clearly?
Please do.
You are aware, of course, of the things that haunt you with honesty. Perhaps not the most accurate, but certainly the best shorthand for the moment.
My God, this is broken. Of course, there are things haunting the woods, haunting the waters, haunting the town.
Quite. I believe we came upon one of your questions. I'm rather sorry. Dying, in fact. I believe him to be one of yours, given his proximity.
Where is this alleged apparition?
Yeah, currently in the back of our carriage. Felt rather unwise to leave him. Well, it felt unseemly to simply leave him alone and close him and perhaps offer a more fitting and appropriate abode.
Oh, he is. Oh,
Yes.
oh, yes, I can look at this. Please show me, please.
We had
I
time
can-
to
I can-
we did ensure you would say past for another 9 days. For those who prefer to rise again like the sun, but yeah. So we're not messing with the end of the trouble this time. I'm gonna turn to Harold and sorry.
Yep, and you scamper out, shouting.
So shy around priest. It's cute.
I don't believe for a second that Walker scampers at all.
Walker strides at them.
He scampers. Goes pull back. Oh. I was afraid. Damn. Is he doing wrong? Well, he's one of our officials. Sometimes the lake is unkind.
That would explain, perhaps, the state in which you found him, which is to say, something appeared to have placed his time. We presume from
Large white insect looking creature. Yes?
gonna look at Harold for confirmation.
Yes.
Very unfortunate.
By all
That was
accounts,
the noise of the body falling out of the carriage.
I will have to let the other fishermen know. Hides and
This
side
is-
fish that they sleep along the lake before return.
but
I will have to. We will send proper warning that they know they have, and it is perhaps it's a cycle. We'll see. No, we won't. Thank you very much. He has no one, unfortunately. Parents died years ago now. His friends will be notified because we will bury him. Yeah, Milov! Milov! He claps his hands and waves. The certain kid kind of saunters over and steps up with a wrought iron fence. His Dear Matthew, please lay out a plot for him and get the. I'll have someone down. Would you? May I?
On our way back into town?
Yes. Give me directions for coffee. Yes.
Of course. If I could make sleep smaller, we were not entirely certain of the nature of his affliction. So while I have wrapped him with all the dignity, mostly so he did not try and gouge out my eyeballs in my sleep. A number of days.
Grotesque, but prudent.
Quite so. As long as he gets proper burial rest.
Of course. You have a place to stay, sister?
We are in the cabin. We have two living rooms. We are quite numerous.
Like you. Yes. However, I do warn you, past sunset, we do.
I will do some cleaning devotions to allow for travel time.
Oh no! Gentlemen speaking, not safe after that. It is more for the peace of mind of some politicians that you come and pray through that.
Understood. Could look at.
I should say, the door is shut. If someone were to knock upon the door, I would not then leave them
not
out
barred,
to die.
I see.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I love how this whole conversation is just these two weirdos saying the wrong thing very awkwardly at each other and getting flustered. Walker completely forgetting to mention that the guy she rescued is dead. This guy being like, yeah, I leave him outside and cold to die. Wait, shit, I mean the other thing.
No. Let's make that happen. If someone were to knock on the door, it would be alright.
Obviously. Okay, we'll be quick. Yes. Gonna look at Harold. Would you like time for your lady also before we touch, or would you prefer we touch base with coffee?
Just we will have and if we're going to stay
Then perhaps we'll do that.
your lady, he looks over at you, Harold.
Well, I suppose I may as well tell you now. My name is not Harold. I am a herald of the Raven Queen. I hope that my presence in this holy place does not offend.
No.
A natural counterpart.
Well, so, well, if any, he kind of sits at your guys' very obvious, like, he's like, is there, he kind of goes through his brain, goes, is there a rival between? Like, what? There isn't. What are we talking about? He kind of panics, like, goes through going, did I forget something? And he goes, there's even, we don't have, per se, a place. However, I know one of the older tombstones from long before Barovia visited some current circumstances. There is one tombstone at our graveyard that does have her mark, which you could potentially try out, if that would make you more comfortable. But perfectly fine to pray in here as well. I don't know.
I may take a moment if that's all right.
Of course. But Gotham first.
Coffin.
Yes.
Will you treat for unless
Oh, the Milov kid came and shouldered Matthew. A little like, yeah, more like you think he has the countenance of a bagger.
Yeah. It's the carriage then, Harold.
Yes. And he gave you directions. So as that is happening, we're going to pause. What is everybody else doing right now?
Card is giving an incredibly in-depth TED Talk on the differing modes of economic policy scattered throughout the Sword Coast and Faerun, because he's been a mercenary in just about every corner of the world by this point in his life.
Well, he's already gone to the bar and asked them if they had very heavy things to lift and or throw out back, because she had maintained just enough self-awareness to understand that if she smashed her head into the table until it broke, she would probably be mad at him.
Yeah, they've got some larger, I guess just some large rocks or something like that.
Gently punctuating Karth's speech of like, and you see, it's actually really fascinating the way the currencies kind of like eventually merge through the convenience of like, you know, like people have to trade, and occasionally you just hear like a splitting into tiny pieces.
Freya and I assume Tyr would probably be still at the bar drinking heavily as the talk really got going.
Yes.
Freya, I need you to roll as who you are. I need you to roll a smell check.
And don't even tell me about the border war between the Sword Coast and Northern Faerun when they changed the weight of the gold piece.
What is this a roll of?
That's perception.
Just perception. I didn't roll very
I'll give you advantage because we're using your vampire stuff.
Wizard shit.
Yes. 20.
Let me just do this real quick. Okay. Meet me in this person.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
So your nose catches. The room is mostly
Okay.
in particular, there is a pungent smell coming from two hunters. Not human, just.
I'm not even joking. It was like a solid 60-year conflict. It was a nightmare. It ground the
Harley, I can't hear the whispers. Okay.
In this room, there is a smell you have never smelled before.
It was like a 60-year border conflict. It wasn't a war
It
per se.
smells.
No one
The
even
closest
declared war.
thing
It was like a
you can
60-year-long
think
border
of
conflict
is it
between like
smells
the
like
northern edge of Faerun and the Sword Coast, because the Sword Coast, this was
But it's not
prior
hot.
to the
Like, it's not
unification
hot smell,
of
so it's not
currency, because this was
That is
just
the
as
thing
late
you can
feudalism was
place
ending
into.
for the setting, and mercantilism was on the rise.
And it is
There was no
strong.
unified gold currency.
But there's
Instead,
so many
basically what they would do
because the foods,
they
the
weighed
people,
the money. So
and
like
just like
a
there's so
gold
much
piece
here
from
you
one
can't.
country would be weighed against
You
gold
don't
from another country.
person
And
strongly.
if the gold
A
pieces
lot of
were
people
different
have
weights,
something
then you would just add more
honest in
gold
their
pieces
clothes, like
until
you
they
don't
balanced
know.
out.
There's this very odd
But
smell.
Sword Coast, which
What
is
is the
often,
closest
generally
source?
speaking, the more like
And that's kind of things you're not
progressive
quite able to
area
know.
of the planet, like socially
Yeah.
speaking,
You
realized
do smell it
that
both
with
behind the
mercantilism on the
bar
rise, they
and
needed a way
it's kind of,
to.
you would have to get up and move around.
They
to
needed
find
essentially
it.
money
It's kind of hard to
that
do
was
that.
worth
Such
the
a
same
crowd, you know what I
amount,
mean? And all correct.
but cheaper to produce.
Friends made a
And
note
so
of that.
they actually made
For later.
the first coins that were mostly
You also
tin,
smell
plated in more valuable metals.
make one more.
That was an action everybody hated
I will let you
until about 60 years
perception
later, when
investigation
everyone else was like, that's actually probably a really good idea, because we could like
Perception.
gather up our gold coins and melt them down and turn, like 10,000 coins
Natural 20.
into 1 million coins.
I will. Now, unrelated to the odd smell, a completely different odd smell. You can't put your finger on it. Something about the guy, the bard, smells left.
Okay. But I'm not sure
Can't
how.
place your finger on it. Yeah, you got very close. I had to make this DC very high. Because I'm not. Once it's revealed, you kind of understand.
Yeah, basically. The big,
It's something about him.
like the big problem really is just that like the Sword Coast is like
different bloods of many,
the
many
most.
different cultures and many different humanoids. There's something
The
off
Sword
about it.
Coast is,
Gotcha.
by virtue of being a
Interesting.
coastal area and stretching so far
Okay,
along
made
the
a note
coast
of that
of like
as well.
essentially the entire continent, it's
To
the most
investigate
affluent area on the continent. Like it controls the vast majority of wealth coming into essentially the entire world.
Coastal elites.
So if they change how their money works, it really fucks over all of the landlocked countries.
I see we didn't miss
yeah, 'cause
anything
yeah.
important.
I see we didn't miss anything.
We're
I read
talking
these.
about gold.
I read these.
Very important.
I read all these fucking books. I'm gonna talk about them sometime.
That's
We have time to read all these books.
When I wasn't doing my homework.
So, anyone else do it? Or Frey, would you?
Currently, no.
Is anyone that I'm only going to let one or two people do this, so we're not just doing a cavalcade of rules? Does anyone want to listen for the rules? You are in a tavern. This is something that is actually a core component of D&D that we don't get to use here in this game.
I mean,
I would like to.
I am already hoping to speak to a fellow rogue later tonight, so I feel like I don't need to listen for rules.
I mean, we're not potentially going to do that.
I'm not here to fuck.
Okay, no scopes. Tier is listening for
I would like to listen for rumors.
All right. Would one other person like this?
I would like to listen to rumors by what's that man? Fleetwood Mac.
Would Tyr make the listening to rumors sign?
Yeah, we're
so
going to do two separate lessons. So, Tyr, go ahead and roll your perception check.
Oh fuck! Well, damn it! I forgot.
You're bad at it. Oh,
Ooh,
7.
man.
Um,
Yeah.
Let
all at the
me
bar.
see. 7777. You learn two things too. Because you're still listening. This one's less from overhearing and more just for direct conversation with the with Danica. You learn one. Both the both wines that are served here, which are the Purple Great Mash No. 3 and the Red Dragon Crush, are both made by Erwin's family, her husband's family, and that they have their own winery.
I'm buried in the money, darling.
Pretty much. Called the Wizards of Wine. And you also find out that Vallaki is getting ready for a festival, and that that is not unusual, as they seem to have a celebratory festival once a week.
What's this festival about?
Oh, I couldn't tell you, honey. They just like to throw 'em. I think the burgomaster, he thinks it's keeping up morale. And perhaps it worked at first, but now it's just if I do say so. And, she kind of lowers her voice, kind of looking around the room. It's a bit overdone at this point.
I think you should celebrate the small victory.
And who else was listening in?
Freya would, if Tyr is asking about stuff.
Okay.
So, perception.
Yep.
12.
Go ahead and roll me a D12. So you hear three words. The first one being that it is too dangerous to go fishing on the lake alone. However, there is one person who is also considered the crown drunk. Well, one, I should say, other than the other monsters, like all the kinds of crazy things in the water, the wolves of Barovia tend to hunt along the shores, so staying in large groups and everything tends to be how you do it. However, there is a town drunk named Pluto Kagorov who goes out to fish by himself constantly. However, when he returns, he never has caught any fish. No one's ever seen him with a fish. Roll me another D12.
Okay.
6. You do learn there is a bit of a rivalry going on. You get this from kind of listening to what you now know are brothers. These nobles here. That you find out as they're sort of just bitching to each other. That one, they're in a little bit of trouble with the law. Not like they seem to, but that also seems to be from the eye rolls that you see around them, potentially a norm for them. But you also learn that their mother, Lady Fiona Watcher, is quite well known for hating the Burgermeister. One of them says very drunkenly, "You know what Ma says? She's better, she'd rather serve a devil than that stupid madman." And the other brother goes, "No, I think she'd rather serve mad than the devil man." "No, stupid. He's never served a man than the mad devil." And they go, "Yeah, that's it. The man and the mad devil. I don't think that sounds right." And they're just like, they just continue on.
Freya mutters under her breath, "Don't hurt yourself, boys." Not loud enough for them to hear.
You also learn, though, that the reason why they're a little bit in trouble with the law, and that they are just going to listen to the Christians, or not Christians, as the people come in and out, eating late lunch, coming to get drinks. You find out that the Watcher family are nobility that goes all the way back to before all of this started, and they, in fact, the Watcher family sided with Strahd back in the day. Now that was however many hundreds of years ago.
I see. Interesting.
Oh no, I'll give this to you, Tyr. That the reason why she told that Danica was telling you about the festivals, she says, "Now don't you speak ill of it," because she could have lowered her voice, because she warns you that the Burgermeister is throwing people in jail, saying that they are in league with Strahd if they speak out against or speak ill of the many festivals that he throws. And some are thrown into the stocks, others are taken, and others are taken away so they can be, quote, purged of evil.
So, I take it this town doesn't take kindly to vampires then?
Not particularly. Not for this instance. And I will also, you have one more secret. You do find out that there is a Vishanti camp southwest of the town. They are not friendly, and they are not welcome in Vallaki. They are not friendly to the townspeople, and they are not welcome.
Interesting. Good to know, perhaps. I don't think I'm going to make a trip to visit them anytime soon, but... Okay. What time is it at this point? like the late
get
lunch.
to late mid-afternoon at this point.
Okay. How far out are we from the next town festival? Is it like a day or two, or is it like?
About to find out.
It really depends on whether or not we're in the planting season, the harvesting season, or the off season.
3
No.
days.
3 days. Maybe we should hang out and see what this festival is about. She says to Tyr. Tyr's not here.
We gone.
I'm here.
You're not here, man.
What was the question? What was the...
Freya says to Tyr, maybe we should hang out for 3 days and see if we can get in on this festival that they're doing.
Here takes a heavy swig of, what is it, grape? Friggin' wine number 3, what is it?
Yeah.
It's wine.
Yeah, Tyr takes a big old, or actually he finishes the mug, and he goes, I love a good party.
We haven't had a party in a while, so maybe
It's
it'll
been a
help.
minute since that. It's been quite a while since our end of the year Witcher party where all the Witchers go back to their respective schools and burn the place down.
Yeah. Very inconvenient. Why do
Yeah, because we have to rebuild them
doing
every year.
Yeah. Well, they're mostly made of stone, so at least that doesn't
Exactly,
put it
yeah.
down.
Foundationally, it's fine.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we should stay for the festival.
I'll bring it up to the booth later.
Well, actually, hold on. Aren't you two from different schools?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the
we all
same
have
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they don't do it intentionally, but it just becomes a
I
regular.
Okay,
feel the Multicore ones are crazy.
Wait, okay, hold on. Well, actually, let's raise a logistical question. Were you siblings before you became Witchers?
Yes.
And you went to different schools to be Witcherified.
Yeah.
And then found each other again
Yeah.
decades later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all should write a book about that. That's good fiction.
I mean, it's not like you're, in a different continent.
Al died.
Oh no. On his way back to his home planet as we speak.
I can hear him stomping around upstairs. So I'll just figure it out.
Going, fucking answer that.
That
The
is what
laptop
I'm
probably
doing.
died again.
Oh,
Good.
it's 7 o'clock. Everybody come along for Maggie's pill.
Yay!
Maggie, come here. Where did my baby? Oh, leg.
Wake up, Maggie. I think I got pills to give to you.
Maggie, come here. Oh, there you are.
So you also learn, I'll give you this because he does, at this point, strike up a conversation. The man next to half-elf bard goes, now I say, you are witchers?
You could say that.
Rictavio's the name.
What's his name?
Rictavio's the name. Storytelling is my game.
Hey, back off. This is my find.
Rick Tavio?
Are you looking for a little bit of
Rictavio.
fame?
Is that first name Rick, last name Tavio, or
No,
Rick Tavio?
One
Good girl,
together.
Maggie.
Okay. Interesting.
Because you should come by once a couple times a day. I tell stories here in the tavern. And she have as part of staying here. Everyone, I'm sure, is sort of look around. He's trying to talk as if like trying to get people to like, oh yeah, da, 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 da.
I asked this guy, do you see witchers around these parts often?
No, I think you're the first in a very long time.
Okay. Freya makes a hand motion to Tyr, which is basically the equivalent of something's up with this guy. Subtly enough that she hopes that because he hasn't come across any other witchers, he will not notice.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Not very good at that. But maybe a 15 works.
He doesn't seem to react to it.
Okay. And then she says, basically in the same motion while she's making this hand signal, she's like, I think we can possibly share some of our exploits with you.
Oh, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I was about to go on my afternoon constitutional. Would you care to join me?
Are you asking us if we want to join you for you taking a shit?
What does that mean to you? Get the
Walk.
That is a completely in character question, and also
It's a no. I'm going for a walk.
okay. Because
what's
that
going to be fun?
I feel like I should regret my invitation. Kind of just staring at Tyr.
No, we'll come with you. I just want to make sure I know what you're getting into.
yeah.
Cheers, straight face. If this is us coming to take a shit with you, I will also do that. I just want to make sure.
See what
Funny is a grumble, and I just want to make sure.
So the two of you go out.
Actually, I think it would be more like Tier Boys. You have to pay to watch me take you. You have to pay me if you want me to watch you take a shit. I don't do that for free.
So he gestures for you to follow him.
Okay.
Go with him.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little walk. As we pass by the table where everyone is, Freya knocks on the wood of the table. It's like, you guys stay out of trouble. We'll be back, and if we're not back, she nudges her head towards the guy as they're following him out.
Stab him.
Now you left all but your
there's
Quirk and Gollop do not seem to notice this. I will say the nod towards the person. Juicin, Opto, and Dwindar at minimum. I'm not going to speak for the PCs, but a good chunk of your NPCs see the motion, kind of size the guy up a little bit, and they're like, oh, you get a bit of some nods from around the table. Like, yeah, we got it.
All
right.
do.
Grog, we've officially been left without any adult supervision.
You hear the sound of a rock shattering outside.
Yeah,
Grog
Grog's
is
out
still
back.
throwing
It's
rocks.
just you in here. It's with you with
Grog
the.
out the room.
Oh, I kind of assumed that I followed Grog.
No, you were doing your speech in the
Yeah,
middle of the
at
tavern.
Grog.
People inside the tavern.
I was talking to you. No one else listens to me.
Well, that's unfortunate because Grog was not listening to
Grog
you.
was outside, yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking to the NPC.
Hold on. Carl fully has like a map open of the different countries and little diagrams of their currencies and whatnot throughout like the ages. And he looks up and realizes that everybody important has left. And it's just like, oh.
There's just one NPC vividly staring, like absolutely intensely listening to the maps.
Actually, Quirk is a nerdy researcher, so he is 100% eating up everything you're saying.
Drindar is also a nerdy researcher, but I think she's probably heard this lecture.
She's heard this one before. But she's more intrigued at the other people. Gullop went outside. Gullop's there. Opto is politely listening. But he is just sort of enjoying his drink, enjoying being... You get the vibe that, like, he will listen to anything right now. He doesn't have to sleep on the ground tonight. Like, he is just... yeah. And Juicin is also just politely listening. Like, you have an audience. Quirk is rapt, though, with attention. And eager to throw points at you as well from his own experiences and findings. Yeah.
No.
But as you, so the two of you follow him outside. You get a ways from the tavern. He actually leads you out back this way.
Okay. Is he leading us towards something or away from things?
It seems to be away from things. There's like a little bit of a walk that seems to like cut away from the town. A little bit. So you're still within the town walls, but it sort of cuts a little bit away from everything. So it's sort of I wouldn't call it a park because it's just flat land with like a single tree and some shrubs here and there.
Okay.
But like it's as close as you can get to a park. That they're kind of walking through.
Okay.
And he kind of looks around to see if he sees anyone. And he kind of takes you around. And the tree is big. It's like think like just a single redwood, just sort of standing in the town.
Big old tall tree.
Yeah, he takes you around to the other side of the tree so that like you're kind of from everyone as he kind of walks around there and he kind of turns to you all, and he goes, well. Some witches. Really? Completely dropping whatever accent he had.
And who might you be?
It is good to see fellow hunters here. I assume you're here to kill Strahd.
Frank glances to Tyr. It's like, that is a bold assumption to make.
Out of character.
Yeah, but go ahead.
He goes, well, be at ease. Yours and mine. Goals are indeed aligned. He kind of whips off his hat, and as he does, he turns from a half-elf into what actually his token looks like, which looks like an older, stuffy white dude. And he goes, I am Rudolph van Richten. The two of you would immediately know that name. Because
Rudolph
he
Van
is
what?
Van Richten. No, you got it. Yeah. Who is you are well aware this is Van Helsing, essentially.
I was gonna say,
This is
it's
a
Van Helsing.
well-renowned vampire hunter. This, like I said, this would be like running into Van Helsing post-Dracula.
Tyr gets slack-jawed.
Didn't Van Helsing die fighting Dracula?
No, I think he made it
No,
out of it.
only one person dies fighting Dracula.
Yeah.
It's the American.
Yeah, yes.
It's weird, but only one main character dies.
Not the fucking Hugh Jackman movie, Google.
But yeah, so
Yeah, that's
it is
the best
essentially,
prediction.
yeah, so he is essentially the biggest vampire hunter currently around. And I am going to say, because I'm looking at the time, as he reveals himself, as you stare slack-jawed Tyr, Frey, I'll give you enough to have a reaction.
I mean, I've heard of him, right?
Oh, 100%. Legend.
We've had some read about him.
Given that
Yeah,
I am
like-
a vampire, am I like, I'm gonna die right now?
You have a mix of he is not a witcher, but you know he has worked with the witchers many, many times in the past. And he is very, very friendly to witchers. You know he is a prolific vampire hunter. He's never not killed a vampire he's gone after. You also know he's aware, like, he has worked with your boss before. He's aware that not all vampires, but he's aware.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
But is the implication there that all of the Witchers from the school that M's character belongs to are also vampires?
No.
Because you said he worked with your boss.
Well,
Witchers don't really have bosses, like unless you mean the person who taught her.
They like that. The fucking old guy who.
Hey.
Yeah,
Sure,
well,
higher up.
being a
They-
dickhead, it's
The
like-
Witcher, so we'll put it this way. From all you would know, Garth, is that you know that...
Oh no, I'm asking out of character. This is
out of
me.
character, yeah,
This is me
they
entirely
very
intrigued.
closely. Yeah,
by the
they
concept.
work very closely with someone who is, I wouldn't necessarily call a friend of this gentleman in front of you, but a frequent acquaintance. You've never met him personally.
Okay.
I'll give you this to give you the level of like, oh, you should potentially be impressed. When Rickton was younger, he and your boss half sparred, half fought to the death, and you fought your boss to a standstill.
Did they kiss after?
Depends on who you ask.
They fucked nasty on that battlefield.
They didn't even bother
Freya has all these realizations and emotions, and then she's like, never heard of you.
And with that, with him going, huh? Just like this shocked face.
I am going
We
to,
will end it for the evening.
Freya,
I'm
you
gonna-
just
like-
dad has sex, but then is immediately to her dad's ex-boyfriend like he never mentioned you.
I'm going to like backhand hit Freya on the shoulder, like, come on.
Never
Yeah,
heard.
no, we're leaving it right off on. Yeah, I've never heard of you.
Pan upward.
Witcher school.
Yeah, we cut to him going, and just like full Tim Allen as we just pan away.
He never mentioned. He never mentioned.
Well done, everyone.
Okay,
You've
we made it to
to
town.
Rocky. You've made it. And now the thing is we might be here in town for a while, but like for a reason. There are things to do. We're stuck in Death House forever because it's poorly designed.
Raises my hand.
Yeah.
This is a milestone. Can we?
Oh fuck! Take your level.
Yes!
I see what your plan
Know
is.
that every time you do it, you make Strahd stronger.
Strahd can. Alright, so do I?
I didn't want to do this because I always fuck up leveling up on this
You
G.
don't have to level up right now. I can help you level up at some point this week.
Alright.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do I take level 6 road, or do I finally get a level of?
Take your warlock already.
Just get it out of the way.
Just get it out. Okay. Add another class.
Alright.
Warlock.
I'm stopping the recording because I know
Goodbye,
we can go
recording.
forever. Bye, recording.
By recording.
Bye bye.
Alright, I'm gonna have to immediately dash out.